This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me today on this Thursday afternoon. It is very much appreciated, as always. Right, what we're going to do today is we're going to get back on the Stallion in Focus train today, and we're going to take a look at another stallion that was identified as a racecourse on CIC Racing 2020.great/site.net, a site that really was full up around the 2020 mark. So any national hunt horse maybe that was four when this website was made might now be going around as an 8-year-old, that sort of thing. There's not that many, chasers. Flat horses the same, really. If they were 2 in 2020 and they're still going around at 6 now, they might have been identified on this website. It's always worth a look. CIC Racing 2020.great/site.net. Right, on to today's Stallion in Focus, and it is Wooded. Wooded was identified on Reprieve Media, CIC Racing. The Stallion now is available for a fee of $10,000 from Harras de Bocato in France. Al Shakab Racing owned this horse, and I think that is their stud as well. On this occasion, the Racing Post is reliable. People will see that Wooded had 9 starts, managing to win 3 of them and finish in the first 3 in 7 of his 9 starts, running to a best Racing Post rating of 116. This horse managed to win 2 pattern races. We'll be able to take a look at them later. The horse won the 2020 Group 3 Prix-Texanita at Chantilly, running to a mark of 115. And then he won the 2020 Prix-l'Abbaye in October, winning by a neck, defeating Grass Slippers at Longchamp. Obviously, again, another lockdown horse. Some of the pitiful prize money on offer there, £114,000 for winning the Abbaye. The horse there, you see, was also second in a Group 3 there in the 2020 Prix du Petit Couvert. 4th he was in the Prix Jean Prat of 2020, beaten 3.5 lengths by Pinatubo. The horse was quite solid, it's fair to say. Always racing around the 115 mark, apart from one run there in the Jean Prat, which, according to them, was his worst run. So the horse was always quite close to the front of the race. Sired by Wootton Bassett, out of a dam called Frida LeBlonde, who herself was sired by Elusive City. So, like I say, available for £10,000. We'll take a quick look at the pedigree of the horse now. People will see that Wooded is, in fact, dam line 22D, and earnings of €218,398 throughout his career. Interesting horse, it's fair to say. Not sure. He's, again, rather like last time. I'm not sure this is one that I would have moved forward with in today's climates, having had a good look at the historic pedigree and the relations and how he's been doing. It's hard to really, again, though, rather like the one we looked at last time. Collusion Illusion. Very difficult to class the horse as a failure because the horse has won a Group 1 race. But the horse is what he is. And I think there's some early evidence of that at stud. His first crop of 2-year-olds hitting the track in Europe this year. 82 foals have raced. 82 foals were born, 33 have raced so far, of which 7 have managed to pass the post in front first, winning a combined total of 8 races. So one of them has clearly won twice. You'll see the colts and the fillies. They've had 6 fillies win and 2 colts. 5 fillies win, and 2 colts. That's wrong, is it 6-2? Oh no, 5 winners have won 6 races, fillies. I will learn how to read these at some point. You'll see there his runs mainly have come in France, 29 of the 33 runs, runners, and 5 in Great Britain and 1 in Ireland. All 8 of his wins have come in France. So, and for a horse really, that if people look at the form of the horse never raced outside of France either. So he really is, at the moment, looking like a one-market racehorse and a one-market stallion. But he was a good horse at the time, Group 1 winner. We're going to take a look now. What he did do is he led me to the champion 2-year-old of last season. Of course he did. Because Bucanero Fuerte is also sired by Wootton Bassett out of a dam called Frida LeBlanc, the same dam. This is a full brother to Wooded. Bucanero Fuerte still racing to this day, age 3. Has never been out of the first 3 in 6 starts. I'm not entirely sure that is up to date. But the horse has won €328,249 and £16,140. Bucanero Fuerte still going round this day. He won the Group 3 Lacken Stakes this year at Naas, and at 2, winner of the Group 1 Phoenix Stakes over 6 furlongs at Macoa, and he also won the Group 2 Railway Stakes at Macoa at 2. Group 1, Group 2 and Group 3 winner. He was also 3rd in the Group 1 National Stakes, well beaten behind Henry Longfellow last year at 2, and he was also placed at Royal Ascot in the Coventry Stakes. Yeah, updated. This isn't right. The horse has ran a lot more times since that this season. But yeah, Wootton Bassett winning 2-year-old last year, Group 1 winning 2-year-old, and I think he did go down. I'm not sure as a champion 2-year-old in Ireland. I'm not sure if he did or if he didn't now thinking about it, but he was a very good 2-year-old, that's for certain. Group 1 winner, and obviously if I hadn't have identified Wooded, I would not have identified Bucanero Fuerte. When you see a full brother to a Group 1 winner go round, the chances are in those days that he was probably followed at the time. Also beat Le Bon. Beat Le Bon is another full brother. So the horse beat Le Bon, a gelding, born in 2016, another one sired by Wootton Bassett out of Frida LeBlanc. Beat Le Bon, managed to win 5 of his 29 starts, but he was in the first 3, in 13 of 29 starts, winning €406,172. People soon they look at Beat Le Bon, was placed in 3 pattern races. He was placed in the Group 3 Sovereign Stakes at 4, and he was also placed in 2 listed races. The 2-year-old trophy at Redcar at 2, and the King Richard III Stakes at Leicester at 5. Also a winner over hurdles, Beat Le Bon, but again, no pattern race victory, just 3 stakes placed efforts. The dam we're going to take a look at now, Frida LeBlanc, foaled in 2011. She never troubled the judge in 7 starts, only managing to win €7,750. Sired by Elusive City, out of a dam called Firm Friend, who was foaled in 1990. There is a couple of relatives. You'll see now that this horse has already started to fall off, really. Group 1 winning 2-year-old immediately. We're down to this quality of horse now. Fred Lalupet, foaled in 2007. So a full brother to the dam of Wooded. Fred Lalupet won 5 of his 38 starts. Was in the first 3 in 15 of 38 starts, winning €221,450. He was an entire that said here was a sire in Chile at some point. Oh no, that was the next one. Sorry, my mistake. We see that Fred Lalupet won at 3. He won the listed second in the pre-Contessa. At 4, he managed to win a listed race, the listed Prix de Chasse, and he was placed in 2 Group 3 races, the Prix de Riz Orangey and the Prix de Seine-et-Oise. Sprinter again, Group 3, dual Group 3 placed, listed winner related to the dam of Wooded. And we've also found this one, Mon Monpote Legitan. A horse foaled in 1997. This one is out of Thunder Gulch, out of a dam again, Firm Friend. This one managed to win 3 of his 13 starts, a lot less exposed than the other brother we looked at. And he's managed to finish in the first 3 in 7 of his 13 starts, winning $79,200. You'll see this horse had another good career. At 2, he was 3rd in the Group 3 Prix de Cabourg. And at 4, he managed to win the listed Prix de Savane at Chantilly, Group 3 place listed winner, and a sire at Chile. Although there was no record of that I could find on the Aryan pedigree site that I do use. But again, another Group 3 place listed winner who is related to the dam of Wooded. The second dam of Wooded foaled in 1990 is called Firm Friend, sired by a firm out of a dam called Sherry Ami. Firm Friend again had a good solid career, racing 29 times, only managing to win 4 times, but was in the first 3, in a third, half of his starts, 14 of 29 in the first 3, managing to win $106,142 in France and Italy, and also managing to win $67,960 in North America. Bits of pattern race form at this one as well. You'll see that too. The horse was a listed winner, managing to win the Criterium d'Evry in France, and also finishing 3rd in the Group 3 Pre-Eclipse. At 3, the horse managed to place in the Group 2 Premio Regina Alana in Italy. At 4, French Group 3 placed, the Prix de Port Maillot at France. And at 5, 2nd in the Politely Stakes at Monmouth in America. So pattern placed really in 3 countries, managing to win a listed race in France, Group 2 and Group 3 placed in Italy and France. France on 2 occasions, not a pretty solid second dam really of the horse, Wooded, if people look. Firm Friend, obviously the second dam of Wooded, was a decent pattern race performer, you'd have to say. For 4 years, bred by Ballymacole Stud and owned by Maurice Lagasse. It was then really that I ran the horse through the historical database on this section 22D. After clicking through a few more dams, it was soon fairly clear what we had. The third dam, Cherami, was foaled in 1993, sired by a horse called Gay Messine, out of a dam called Cher Elise, exported to the US. In 1986, another one bred by Ballymacole Stud, managing to win 1 race in France. That race was just a normal flat race at St. Cloud. There's no group place form at all for the third dam. Trained by J. Cunnington Jr. and owned by Sir Michael Sabel. In her career, couldn't really find any relatives then. On the way to the 4th dam now, Cher Elise. Cher Elise was foaled in 1975, sired by Caro, out of a dam called Calise. She was exported to Poland in 1992, another one bred by Ballymacole Stud. Cher Elise managed to win 1 of her 10 races in France, but she was 3rd in a Group 4. She was actually 4th, in a Group 3 in 1978, managing to win at St. Cloud in 1978 as well. Another one owned by Sir Michael Sobel and trained by J. Cunnington Jr. Again, no really any relatives. The only one I could find really from the 5th to the 4th dam was Cenerentola. Cenerentola was a mare, foaled in 1976, sired by Caro again, out of Calise. So this one is a full sister to the 4th dam. There doesn't look to be any form there, but if people open up the thing, they will see that she was the winner of the Group 3, Prix de Sandringham in France. Another one owned by Sir Michael Sobel. The Prix de Sandringham is now Group 2 in France. This was a Group 3 winner of the race. When it was a Group 3, I'm going to say in 1979, because I do think that is a 3-year-old race. We're already at the 5th dam now. Calise, foaled in 1969, bred by M. Lewis Champion, owner again by Sir Michael Sobel. This one, as we said, sired by Kashmir, out of a dam called Clarionet, managing to win 3 out of 11 starts, according to Thoroughbred Pedigree Query database. 6 furlong winner of the Redvin Stakes at Goodwood as a 2-year-old. Not sure that's a pattern race, obviously. And it also won a handicap in France at 3. Trained by Dick Hearn as a 2-year-old and was transferred after running in the French 1,000 guineas to trainer Jack Cunnington. And then you've seen he has trained a lot of the others. The 5th and the 4th dam were also trained. The 4th and the 3rd dam, were also trained by Jack Cunnington. Again, this horse really quite difficult to make a case for. We ran it through Wooded, the historical database, you see, family 22D. We had to go all the way back to the 10th dam, I think. I think the 10th dam of the horse was foaled in 1902, called Alicia. And I managed to find Alicia on the section. It took some finding. I must admit, I scrolled through it once and then I managed to spot her on this little sub-branch here that ran out in 1941. There was a couple of nice historic horses on it, though, that we need to look at. Mr. Jinx was a Guineas winner of 1929. People see there that Alicia is the 3rd dam of that horse. Mr. Jinx, a horse that won 9 times, including the 1929 UK 2,000 guineas. The only classic winner I found on this line in around 100 years, it's fair to say. And the horse also won the St James's Palace Stakes before dying in 1952, sadly. And there's another horse called Golden Cloud. Golden Cloud was foaled in 1941, managing to win 7 of his 22 starts, and the horse did win the Nunthorpe of 1945. Another top-class sprinter on the line, retired to stud in 1947. Again, with me only looking to pick classic horses at this stage, it's safe to say that wouldn't have got the job done when I identified Wooded in 2019. But the horse did manage to take out the Group 1 Prix Abbey and the Group 3 Prix Texanita in races in his career. And they are races that we can look now, starting in May 2020 with the Prix Texanita ran at Chantilly. I thought this was a good performance on the day. This is when I actually identified the horse.
And off, 1200 is the chip. A little slower than the others was Ammo Baby, and also Zaros wasn't that well into stride. And they split to 2 groups. My Love's Passion on the left leads up there to Zaros on the right. Alocasia is in front there to Gratian is not far behind them, and One Away and Company with those. Porcelain is next, and Woody just in behind those. They're followed through by Bama. Behind Obama, then Bavaria Baby. Further back in the field, Minuti and Lindy Lou together. And then Ammo Baby at the rear of the field. So they head to halfway. My Love's Passion left a picture. White Jacket is tracked through the far side by Zaros. Near side, and they're just in front the far side. Only just, though. Near side Wooded in the silvers, finishing off strongly to Alocasia. The ones on the left are going to disappear. You'll see them late on. And so near side, My Love's Passion. On the right, a picture is Wooded. Giving chase to Wooded is Alocasia. Looks like, though, the well-punted Wooded is clear on the far side. It is, and wins. Alocasia was second. My Love's Passion near side might just have held 3rd place.
That was a fairly soulless race, wasn't it? There wasn't much atmosphere there, as Wooded managed to land the Group 3 Prix Texanita. Like I said on the first part of the video, run into a mark of 115 on the day. Good performance. And he did really at the time. I wasn't really trying to identify classic winners at the time on Reprieve Media CIC Racing. It was just really just well-related pattern winners. Just what the purpose of this site really was, just to get some sort of global outlook on things. Really, I was getting bored even at that stage in 2019. UK racing just wasn't enough for me. You know, I needed to do more. So it was basically a good performance, I thought, by Woodhead on the day. And then 3 runs later, the horse, it really looked as though he was what he was. Group 3 placed after winning a Group 3, so I thought he struggled to give away a penalty there in the race. But he had some good form in a couple of Group 1s. He was also 6th behind Space Blues in the 2020 Maurice de Geest. So after he won the Group 3, he ran in 2 Group 1s, finished in the first 6 of all of them. They tried to give him a confidence booster at a bookie's price, and then he went and won at a Newman price. So again, you see what they did there. They got a bit back there with a defeat. The 2-to-1 rule is the best rule in horse racing. People watching this video will always say, never, if you do like to bet horses, do not bet them below 2-to-1 ever. That is the easiest way to make this game pay. And then this was his first run at 5 furlongs. He tried that one at Longchamp. He wasn't a 5 furlong horse before that. They dropped him down to the minimum trip at Longchamp, and then they went back on heavy ground for the Abbey in October 2020. And we can watch that race now.
The race 12 months ago, and that's it. Away they go. Prix de la Bay, a little awkward, maybe Wooded out of the stalls. Lady in France is also towards the back of the field. Air de Vance, Stilo Jet and the red and white of Liberty Beach are fast away. Glass Slippers is already joining in with them. Make a challenge nearest to us at this camera angle on the left. Lady in France at the back with Archer's Dream, a red cap of Lever Chop and the grey backbone with those in the centre field. Keep busy in the black and white colours. They make their way down towards the halfway stage. Air de Vance in blue with Glass Slippers nose banded, having to try and get on terms with her. On the right against the running well is Wooded. Preceding this is Liberty Beach in red and white colours. So well now inside the last furlong. Glass Slippers and Wooded either side of Air de Vance. Liberty Beach in red and white colours with those. This quartet in line. Wooded at the moment is just the strongest as they race towards the line. To Liberty Beach in the red and white. The noseband of Glass Slippers trying to come back at them. Wooded having a look round in the closing stages. He was pretty confident he was going to win, and he has done so. Glass Slippers and Liberty Beach with those. Flying home was Lady in France, who was a little outpaced in the early strides. Back one says Stilo G.
PC Bordeaux there, the jockey, now a rapist. Thought that was worth mentioning. You saw the rapist having a good time there. Late riding that horse. And they were the days when rapists were allowed to ride racehorses. To be fair to him, I don't think he'd be done. I don't think they knew he was a rapist when he was riding in 2020. But yeah, again, very soulless race, wasn't it, that? You know, there wasn't really much of an atmosphere in those races, which will always take away from an athlete's performance, I think, whether human or equine. But Woodhead can only do what he did, and he managed to win the Group 1 Abbey on that day. I think it's fair to say, though, this is almost certainly a horse that if the same horse was to win a Group 3 sprint now, firstly, I wouldn't even probably be looking at a Group 3 6 furlong race for 3-year-olds. I don't really tend to bother with those sort of races. In those days, I wasn't watching the races. I was just clicking through the pattern results and just seeing which was the well-bred ones were and following them. Just to understand all these patterns a bit more in foreign countries, I needed some horses to go round in them, you see. So this was definitely one of them. And it's safe to say that the horse went round quite well. Right, I'm going to end this video here now. Thank you very much to everybody for watching the video. The horse, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of a stallion this horse makes, I think. I think people saw, looking at the record of the horse, that, while the writing's not really on the wall, it hasn't really. For a sprinter, don't forget, you would think that the early 2-year-old races could have suited this horse over 5 and 6 furlongs, but there hasn't managed to be any stakes winners or graded race winners coming out of the Stallion at all And to me, I think the Stallion has got it all to do. Interesting to see that the Ammo Racing owners are on about sending Bucanero Fuerte to Stallion to stud duties. Full brother to this. I mean, why would you? They would have to pay me to send a mare to Bucanero Fuerte, and I haven't got any. That's the extent of how much they would be struggling, in my opinion. But we did a very good horse on the track. One of the early Reprieve Media CIC racehorses to make it to stud. Right, I'm going to end this video here now. What I will do is I will leave a copy to the Stallions in Focus playlist so people can take a look at that if those who have watched this video. And I will also give everybody an opportunity who has watched this video and have chosen not to subscribe to the channel up to this point. I will give you all an opportunity to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't benefit me at all if you do it. It benefits you. You don't miss any content. You might be wanting to see my content, and if I was to release a video about a horse that you might be interested in and you weren't subscribed with your notifications on, you would miss the video. It's only to your benefit that people subscribe. I mean, you get a lot of people on this channel say, oh, please subscribe, it helps me out a lot. I mean, I don't see how it does. I don't see how it does. Can't help anybody at all, But for now, just feel free to just come back to this channel if you want and watch it whenever you want, or subscribe if you want. Entirely up to you, depending on how much you are looking forward to in anticipation of my next video, is whether you subscribe or not. That's how I look at these things. But for now, take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be back with another Stallion in Focus in soon, hopefully. But for now, take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day and goodbye.